Hi, everybody. Welcome to week 4. Believe it or not, we're halfway through the course. It goes so fast. I'm not sure if it goes fast for you, but it certainly is going fast for me. This is a busy week 4 being halfway. So I'm going to first share from your syllabus week 4 topics. So this week we'll only dive into one body system because you also will have your midterm or quiz 1. So you have this week you're going to be focusing on chapter 7, the digestive system. I'll go into more detail, but you're going to have your second discussion post due this week. You're going to have your weekly assignments, which is another labeling assignment and practice for the digestive system, as well as your bonus case, chapter 7. And then you will have your first quiz, which is all done remotely. And I'm going to just scroll up here for a little bit more on the details on the test. Just as a reminder, your quiz is going to be given remotely through this Moodle platform. You're going to have 50 questions, and you'll see that they're multiple choice and true false. And the test or quiz has to be completed within 90 minutes. You can use your course resources for these open books. However, I do want you to take the quiz individually, and it should reflect your own understanding of the content. To review for this quiz before you begin, tools that will be useful might be the assignments you've had, the case studies that you've worked on, and any other study tools like Quizlets that have been posted in the Moodle. You do have to complete the quiz in one sitting. So I'm going to stop sharing that now. The quiz is going to be due by Sunday evening at 11:59. The quiz is not open yet, but it will be open. It may not be open on Monday, but it will be open definitely by Tuesday for sure. Okay. And if there's any change, I will let you know about that. Okay. So I'm going to go back in and I'm going to share now to go back into the rest of the assignments for this week. And if you have any questions on the quiz before you get started, since you can only open it and take it once, if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to me, okay? So for the learning resources for this week, you have chapter 7 in your textbook, and here is the associated also PowerPoint that goes along with chapter 7. Sorry about having to scroll here. And then for the discussion post, so it's kind of a fun discussion post. It's all about being as if you are a medical translator. And I'll let you read through the entire introduction, but what you're going to be doing is looking back at your bonus case studies that you have done. And you are going to apply what you've learned related to the different diagnoses, medical terminology, related to the systems that we've done. So we've done musculoskeletal, cardiovascular, blood, lymphatic, or respiratory systems. So you're going to think back and use one of the bonus cases, some from chapter 3, 4, 5, or 6, and you're going to choose one of the cases and think about how that case challenged you or how you connected to it. Your first paragraph in your initial post, which is due by Wednesday at 11:59, you're going to write a paragraph summarizing your case as if you were speaking to other healthcare professionals. So you want to make sure that you include using your growing vocabulary about the patient's condition, diagnosis, symptoms, findings, the relevant body system, and any treatments that are mentioned. In part 2 of this, going to be your second paragraph. In the second paragraph, you are going to write a paragraph that is writing it as if you were speaking to a family member who really wouldn't understand all of that medical terminology. So you want to use clear concise words that you are not using medical jargon. You can use an analogy or just something like an everyday example and help them to understand what it is and why it matters. And then in the part 3, you're going to write just a couple of 2 to 3 sentences and reflect on what is challenging about translating medical terminology or using medical jargon into everyday language, and what did this exercise teach you about being communicating within the healthcare system. And these are things that you'll do if you all go on, anyone goes on into the healthcare system, whether you're talking about being a nurse or a nursing assistant. And I know even some of you have said you're interested in being a vet, and the same thing would apply even with animal science. So you want to make sure that you have those 2 paragraphs in your reflection done by Wednesday, 11:59. Your first post should be a minimum of 300 words, and then you have to reply to at least one of the students, and that post is due by Sunday at 11:59, and that is also a minimum of 150 words. In that reflection, you want to read through your classmates' posts and choose someone who did not pick the same case study that you did. You want to acknowledge how well they did in translation and also share a personal connection. So, does their case remind you of something you've experienced, etc.? And offer a thought or a question as a follow-up to their explanation. Okay, so that is the reply prompt for your peer response, again due on Sunday by 11:59. Okay, let's see. The last thing I want to go over is about the assignments for the week. So it is a busy week. Okay, the week 4 assignment. So we'll go to that part of the page. Okay, we're going to go to the week 4 assignment. And for this week, you're going to complete the following activities. So there's a digestive system labeling and practice, as well as the bonus case study from chapter 7. Okay. It looks to me perhaps that maybe one of those files might be missing, so I will get that up there for you. But we will get that to you. I think that is all for your assignments let me take a quick peek again. I think that might be all that you have for week 4, but I think that's enough, right? So you're going to complete your quiz by next Sunday at 11:59. You're going to complete the digestive system activities also by Sunday at 11:59. And you're going to do your first discussion post by Wednesday at 11:59 and one peer response by Sunday. There is one Quizlet for the digestive system. So I think you are all set. You have plenty to do this week. Best of luck on your first quiz. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out, and I will see you guys all online, okay? Take care. Have a good week. Bye-bye.